What's up, gamers? I'm coming to you live from Test Realm. So the Test Realm has officially been released. There are a ton of changes in this update, but I'm going to go over them pretty briefly, pretty quickly. I'm going to try my best to make this a short video and just tell you guys about the important stuff. I'm not going to get into too much detail. I will make other videos about that, especially for the spells. But without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, the elephant in the room. The biggest part of the update is spell elements. The Arc 2 spells now have spell elements, and they have two different paths you can choose from and upgrade. So the spells rank 7, 8, 9, 10, and the King Art for all schools now have spell elements. I'm not going to cover them too much in this video, but I will go over them in greater detail in another video, so keep an eye out for that. But all you need to know for this video is that all the Arc 2 spells, including the King Art, now have spell elements. And in addition to that, all the Arc 2 spells are officially trainable. Yup, all the spells that you got from your quests, your childhood memories, no more. Because now they're all trainable. You can train Ifrit, you can train Rain of Fire, you can train Sun Serpent, you can train King Art. Stuff is busted, it's crazy. So that's it when it comes to the spell elements. And now, you may ask, where do I get the new spell elements? Let me introduce you to the Scales of Knowledge. So what this will do is that it will give you an elixir like this that will level scale you. That will scale you down to the level for the dungeon. You have to use it in order for you to get the spell elements, because if you run this in as a max level with max stats, you cannot get spell element drops. So if you want to get spell element drops, you have to use this. Very important. Right? If you're over leveled. If you're not over leveled, then you don't have to. It works just like the Dragonspire spell elements. It works just like the Arc 1 spell elements. But basically, max levels cannot farm for spell elements. That was one of the biggest complaints of the community, because there was no free-to-play way to farm spell elements on a max level. You had to buy packs or have a low-level character on the account because you couldn't farm for them. They were very difficult to get. Right? Where I had to spend basically money. I had to buy packs to get the spell elements on my characters because they were all maxed. But with this system, it will level you down. It will lower your stats for that level. It will lower your HP, your resist, everything. They're still pretty dang OP, so don't worry about it. 100 damage and 33 pierce, and I don't even have the best stats. It's still pretty good. Now, obviously, so not only will your stats be lowered, but the spells you're allowed to be used will be restricted. For example, you can only use Colossal in this fight. You cannot use Epic because it is over-leveled. You cannot use Frenzy. You cannot use Brace. You cannot use Sharpen Blade. You cannot use Potent Trap because these spells are above level 70. So be careful. You cannot run them. You can only run spells of that level that you scale yourself down to. So you can only run spells that are up to level 70. It works exactly like how the Prima Materia works in the Guild Museum. So it works the exact same way. This is how you get spell elements if you're a max level. Alright, and the next thing coming to this update is the Portal of Peril. This is an event just like the Decathlon, and how that works is you get credits, like I just did, and basically you can do gauntlets. You can farm gauntlets with people and you can get points. Unfortunately though, it is completely bugged out. It doesn't have really anything filled out, so I can't exactly tell how that works, unfortunately, because it's completely empty. But this works like the Decathlon. You get your 3 credits per day, you farm up these old gauntlets, it will switch up every time, and you can get rewards for them, and there's some good stuff that you can craft. You'll get this new reagent called Fortune Coin, which you can craft up ton of things. You can craft a gold skeleton key. You can craft Azoth, PvP TCs, reagents like Dreamwater, even head talent reagents like Elemental Retriever. You can also craft pixels. You can craft Arc 1 spell elements, Arc 2 spell elements, a Beast Moon spell element, and a Lore spell element, and of course Spiritual Retrievers, along with all the PvP treasure cards that have all their bottom paths. Right here, you can craft even some new ones. I think, are there new ones? No, No, I don't think so. Not in the UTCs, but yeah. And they all will cost whatever these coins are. So yeah, and this is not going to be a permanent thing. This is going to be like an event, like Beast Moon, like the Calphon. So it's only going to be up while the event is up. So it's only going to be up while the event is running, just like the Calphon. So this is not going to be a thing that's like up forever, right? It's only while the event is running. It's a brand new event. So yeah, there you go on that part. And the next thing to hit this update is an overhaul on the badge system. So now you can get rewards for you can get extra rewards for completing tedious badges. You will see this little present icon right here. Do you see this present icon right here? That means that there's a reward for you. So to claim it, you just click on the badge. You can click on the claim rewards. It will show you what you did. You can hit claim reward, and here's the reward. So I got a gold skeleton key. So basically, doing every quest in Aquila will get you a free skeleton key. And similar note on this dungeon master badge, you'll have to do the Castle Darkmoor, House of Scales, Barking Palace, and Shangri-La. You'll get this badge called Dungeon Master, and you'll get your reward, which is another gold skeleton key in this case. So keep an eye out for that. So now this update incentivizes. So now this update incentivizes getting difficult badges, because I know there are tons of people in this game, and I know some that like to get hard badges just because. Like I have a friend that got the 50 badges for the Nightmare Challenge mode. He's got the badge for it. So now he's gonna get a reward when that update hits live or in test realm, for example. So now basically there's an incentive to badge collect, which is a very cool, neat idea. The next thing in this update is the Pixie Mail, which there it is. So the next thing in this patch is the Pixie Mail. So now you can, let me see how that works. I've never even seen it. Hang on. Oh. Okay, do you see this icon right here? You hit send mail. So you hit this new. Okay, so you hit this icon right here. Pixie Post Mail has the same rules as chat. If you wouldn't type it in chat, don't send it with Pixie Post. The Pixies are easily offended. Of course they're offended. Test. Lol. What should I give them to her? Take this. Test. Message. And yeah, you can only send a mail if it's chat appropriate. Like this Pixie Post does have all the what's it called? It does have all the chat regulations, all the chat rules. It does have that, and if it violates the chat rules, like this, you won't be able to send it, as you can't do that. You're not gonna be able to do it, so keep it clean. Basically, not that I care. Right? And you can even choose when that mail even gets sent out, so you don't have to send it right away. You can even do this. Wednesday, so I can send this out and it's gonna show up on Wednesday. And just like in real life, you gotta pay the postage stamp, in this case 250 gold, and you have a daily message limit of 6. So it's not infinite. You can't send infinite on Pixie mails. Unfortunately, no one has sent me any messages, but it will probably show up here, right? Yeah. So obviously, well, this guy quit the game, so he's not gonna get on. But like, if he were still playing, when he gets on Wednesday at 3:30, because that's how I sent it, it will show up here. He can read the message I just sent him. So that's pretty cool, right? So yeah, basically email. Who is? Is this a useful feature? Well, with things like Discord, not really, but hey, it's there. 10 years too late, but hey, what can you do? Actually, not even 10, it's more like 15 years too late. Even then, it's 2024, unbelievable. But yeah, at least you can send that. There's also a badge leadership board as well. So if you're a badge collector, you love doing all this stuff outside the game, this is a very good update for you. My friend Kai, oh, he's actually number 10 on the leaderboard already. Dang, yeah, my friend Kai, he's a avid badge collector. Yeah, he's a badge collector. So the fact there's a leaderboard is gonna be amazing. I can't wait till I tell him about that. He's gonna be very excited. But yeah, so now you can compete. I wonder if there'll actually be any prizes. Probably not, but there are not any, but maybe in the future there's gonna be a prize. Hey, look, I'm on a leaderboard. I'm number 1,000. Whoop-de-woo, brother. Whoop-de-woo. Number 1,000. There are only 1,065 more players with more badges than on this character. Even though obviously spoiler others, I don't actually do any badges. I don't care about that stuff. There's actually a lot of pages. Like wow, how far does it go up to? I think that's what 142. It's like 2,000. It's like top 2,000. Oh. I mean, oh wow, that's so funny. People with like 2 badges hit that. It makes little sense, but hopefully they can adjust it so this stuff doesn't show up. But that's pretty funny. You can be on the leaderboard like this. And finally, the last thing on this update is a brand new gauntlet called the Forbidden Library. So here are the reagents for you to craft it. Library, you'll need 20 library scrolls, 10 library pamphlets, and 5 library books. So it's a pretty similar pattern to all the other gauntlets. You can craft it, or I'm pretty sure buy it when it comes out, and in packs. Like, let's get that straight. It's a new gauntlet. So this is how this is how the library gauntlet looks like. It's actually pretty small. Oh wow. And of course, let me just walk through the wall, clip through the wall, because for some reason the sigil is behind the stand instead of right in front of it, so you can enjoy that. Easy. So here's the new gauntlet. Here's how it looks like. It does require 4 people to beat because it has some raid stuff nonsense in it, so it's literally impossible to solo because you have to use magic touch at 4 different things at the exact same time, kind of like the nightmare challenge mode, so I can't actually beat it. But basically it's an Aquila themed dungeon, and it's about like an unreadable book that someone's gonna try to read. There's a book that is unreadable and some bad guy wants to read it. That's the basically story about it. It takes place in some ancient library in the world of Aquila, and one of the main characters is Aegis. But obviously you don't care about that. You care about the gear. And here are the pictures of some of the gear pieces. It's basically level 170 Nightmare. So this dungeon uses the Nightmare template. So this gear won't have any shads, but will have a lot of resist. So this is pretty good gear, as Nightmare was pretty dominant when it came out. And so I do expect the people to farm this gauntlet or spam the packs when it comes out for that gear. But yeah, it's basically level 170 Nightmare gear. It's gonna be pretty good. So that is on the gear. Looks pretty cool, looks pretty interesting. And yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So that's basically the update in a nutshell. I know there's like a bunch of other stuff, especially for the spell changes. There are a ton of spell changes, but again, I'm not going to go over them this video. I'm going to go over them in a different video in much greater detail, so be aware for that. But, be on the lookout for that. And thanks for watching, yo. Hit the like and sub, and definitely leave down some comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.